All right, my name is Camille Dolores Jess. I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah. Super original. Okay, I'm here at BYU. I just got into the nursing program, but it's only my first semester, but hey, I'm in it, so. I feel like my belief in Jesus Christ has been like the anchor kind of my life. It's been the one constant thing, because life is always changing. There's always new challenges and new trials. But I feel like I've always had that basis of my knowledge of the gospel and my faith in Jesus Christ, that he's always going to be there. And no matter what happens, he's that one thing that will always be constant in my life. God has answered so many of my prayers. There's so many examples how God has answered my prayers. Well, one of them, getting into nursing school, that was definitely a huge prayer that was answered. But I feel like he's answered a lot of my prayers in the small ways. And that's what I think really makes a difference for me, was on the days, it's those little prayers. When I was on my mission, I'd just be like, it is not a good day, and I'm just trying so hard to not be super angry and give up right now. But it'd be then I'd walk into a store and hear a Taylor Swift song, or I'd look and there'd be a beautiful sunset, and I just knew that was my answer to my prayer, that God knew who I was and he was aware of me. And it's in the little things that I feel really make a difference. It's not bless me with a husband, bless me with this. Obviously, those things will come to pass, but it's the small things that really help me to know that he knows who I am. I think I would just bear testimony of the simplicity and the truthfulness of the gospel. That it doesn't matter who you are or where you're from, it's true. And it's going to bless your life, no matter what. I've seen it in my life. I know that Jesus Christ lives, that this gospel is pure and it's perfect and it's true. Even if it may be run by some imperfect people, that the purity of the gospel is truth, and it's happiness and it's joy. And if we do those things that God has asked us to do, the little baby steps, the daily prayer, daily scripture study, temples, taking the sacrament every week, those are the things that will become our lifeline. And that if we just do those simple things, then we will find joy. Even in the sucky times of life, because that's just life, sometimes it sucks. But if we hold true to the gospel, then everything will always work out, no matter what. Yeah. Jesus is pretty great. He's got a lot of good things about him. I think one of my all-time favorites is the woman who had the issue of blood. I think that's one of my all-time favorites because I feel like she had so much faith before she necessarily needed to. You know what I'm saying? I think at times in my life, I want to see the blessing or be able to know that it will happen. I'll do that if I can guarantee that I'll get this. But I feel like she just had such pure faith that she would be healed. And I think that's so beautiful that she knew who Christ was and she had enough faith to be healed. But then as soon as she touched him, he knew. And he knew that she was there. And I love that because I think it's so true that God and Jesus Christ, they know us personally. They know us by name. And he knew her. And she had enough faith to be healed. But I love both sides of the story where as soon as he was touched, he's like, who touched me? They're like, dude, we're in a giant crowd of people. And he's like, no, I know that one of my faithful daughters has touched me. And I love that. It's so personal to me. So I think that's probably my favorite.